Hello and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4. My name is Classic Tim. Looks like we have a supply line coming in. This doesn't actually matter, by the way. They don't actually have to make it to the point. Everything is instantly transferred. That's more like a just for show. But yeah, so we're currently at the castle here, and we're going to work on our settlements a little bit more. So if we look here, this place does not have enough water. And actually, none of our places really have enough water because they're all connected. So if someone had extra water, then we would that would be green up there, even though it said 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert the castle here into our water station. And the reason for that is, if we come up top here and look over the edge, there's a lot of water. Not only is there a lot of water, but there's a lot of water that we're not going to see, because we're going to be inside the castle and even up on the walls here. All this is, behind the walls, so we're not going to have to look at these ugly water stations. There's actually already one out here, which is kind of nice. And also I noticed that they've already put these cables here for us. We did not have to put these cables in. The castle actually spawned with cables running through all of these hallways, which is pretty awesome. And it actually even goes outside to where the water station is. So what we can do is put a bunch of generators outside and then connect it to this cable. And then we have power running through all of these cables that we can access through the good part of the castle here. Yeah, it goes all the way around. So that's amazing. So that means we can have a bunch of power out there and a bunch of cables. And a bunch of water things. So let's go ahead and go to power, generators. Let's go ahead and put a massive generator out there. This is not a massive generator. This is a massive generator. And we actually can't build that because we don't have enough science. So I guess we'll just have to go with a standard medium generator. I want to get this kind of a little bit far away because we don't want to hear it. So we'll put one there, one there, there. We're probably going to need several of these, so I'm just going to put a bunch down. And one there. Okay, so let's get off of that. Then we're going to connect all these generators together, like so. And these lines, they work just like the supply lines, so I don't actually have to connect every single generator to this power station. I just have to connect the generators together and then up to there. And then this thing should start running, correct? Yep, see, that thing has enough power now and is producing up to 40 water. And we've got 40 water in this place, which is awesome. But that's not going to be enough for all of our settlements. So let's go ahead and switch to... I want resources. Resources, water, and let's see. Is this the really big one that's right here? Yeah, okay, so we can't put the really big one yet because we need a rank of science. But we can put these medium-sized ones, which is just fine. Let's put one there, one there, one here, and one here. Actually, let's put even a couple more, because I believe all the extra water we get will be converted into purified water, which is actually a really great food source. And we can even sell it and make a ton of money. So let's put those here, and then all we have to do is connect these together. Like so. And then all of these should be running because we do have enough power in this place. There. Whoops, what did I do? Get off of that. Did I do that? Okay, well that's kind of glitched out, but that's fine. So now we have all of these water things running, and we have 100 water in this place. Man, all these only give 10 water each, and then this one gives 40? Yeah, we definitely need to get a rank of science up so we can just replace all of these with the big ones. But even still, this is plenty of water for right now, and this water will be transferred to all the other settlements, so we really don't need any more water in any of our settlements. And we can go ahead and actually just store or delete all the water production in all the other settlements because we don't need it. We're just going to have all of it right there. And unfortunately the power will not transfer over, so we do need to put power in all the other stations as well. I'd like to see if I can get the power from inside here out here somehow. So I don't need to have these giant generators right here in the center, because that's not very attractive. I'm going to go ahead and store this. And store this. Man, I wish there was a way to get rid of these bodies without having to drag them away, because I can't actually delete it or anything. So it's kind of just sitting there. This is one of the raiders or gunners or whoever had was hanging out inside the castle. Actually, you know what? No, this is probably one of our Minutemen that died, because only Mirelurks were in the castle. But yeah, I'd like to figure out how we can do that. So if we go back to power, I want connectors and switches. If we put one of these guys right here, like so, we can connect this to that. All right. And then I don't know what the range is here, but let's store these. All right. Now the radio obviously has stopped working. But can we put this to there? And this, what's the range on this? That's too far. Okay, so we are going to need to put some kind of thing in the middle. See, this is kind of too big, though. Switch, pressure plate, laser tripwire. Ooh, this is pretty cool stuff here. Yeah, so I feel like we're just going to have to kind of put that right there. Actually, since that's there, probably it would be better to move this to this doorway. Come on. Like that. Oh, I want to remove this, though. How do we remove this? Select. Tab. Okay. Now can I move this further? Oh yeah, it was just the wire that was getting in the way. So move that there. Then could we possibly reach it to here? Man, it's just out of range. Just barely. So we really don't need this in the center. Maybe we could just put it kind of like right here. Then go from here to here and here. Come on. Okay, so close. What if we put... Can we put something... I really want to make this look good. Can we put this up here? Like that. Connect from here to there. Then can we connect from there to there? Yes, we can. And I'm very happy with that. It's above everything, so it doesn't get in our way. And then how far can we actually move this over? Right about there. Put that right about there. Awesome, that's perfect. So now we have power to the radio without actually having to have massive generators around here. And this actually just kind of flows in with this tower here. And there's no wires going over everything. This is kind of annoying. I wonder if we can make this better. Didn't I delete this cable? Select. I want to delete this cable. How do I delete the cable? See, that cancels it. I don't want to cancel it. I want to actually delete it. Oh, now this one's floating. Why is this one floating? I think I may be breaking something here. I don't want all these cables in the hallway. Okay, come on. Store. Okay, I can just store them. Fair enough. What about this one? Store. Yes. Okay. Can I move this? Probably not, because it's a vertical one. Let's put connectors and switches. There's one that was the floor. I put this right here. Can I connect? Oh, is there nothing connecting this anymore? Okay, let's store this. Place this. No, there's no way that's going to make it to there. I think the only way we can really do it is by putting it underneath the door like that. I don't like that, though. It's pretty easy to hit your head on that. But it seems like that's really the only way to do it. Although it looks like these guys had a pretty good idea. The developers of the game. Put it on the side like that. So maybe we can do that. So we have this one. Put it right there. From there to there. And there to... Okay, that doesn't work. Probably move it over a little more. Then we can go from there to there. Ah, there we go. That's much better. Excellent. Thank you, game developers, for giving me that idea. Okay, so now that we've got power set up and we've got water set up, this place is pretty nice, actually. So I do want to set up some more beds because this place is kind of maxed out bed-wise. But I don't want just to have the beds kind of lying about. Let's see, this goes up here to the artillery. Let's kind of like look around and see what we've actually got here. This looks like kind of like a common room area. It's got sinks in here, a fridge, a med pack there, and a cooking stove. Okay, so this is the kitchen. We can keep this the kitchen. I don't mind. I don't mind that. Little mess hall. And that's up to the artillery. This looks like one bedroom. Oh, we actually have a chem station here. Interesting. No one's on it, but we could sell some chems there. Can I delete this? No, I can't delete this board. That's kind of weird. Here is... This is my office, the commander's office. Okay, so this is my office. This is my quarters. I'll probably put a bed in here somewhere. Maybe even downstairs. That's kind of where the secret tunnels of the... what is it? The armory is. Yeah, so yeah, I'll probably put a bed just in here. Oh, well. That's probably a good place to start. Where this old bed was. So yeah, we have our own bedroom here with a door. Flatbed carts, we can delete these. This looks like another spot where we could possibly put another bedroom. After we delete all of this junk. Actually, you know what? I think if you do delete the pallets, it deletes everything on top of it. So, probably could have done that a lot faster. Here's another, looks like another storage station here. This looks like we could put another bed here. Same with here. And what is this? Ah, here we go. Here's the bedroom. Where we just put a bunch of people. I mean, we don't actually have to keep going with what's already here, but you know, if it's here, may as well go with it. And this is kind of just an end hallway here. Okay, so let's see if we can make this a little bit better. This rug is gross. Let's get rid of that. These filing cabinets are gross. Let's get rid of those. Files, no. Get rid of the table, actually, and the antique gold lobe. Get rid of the rugs. And actually, let's get rid of these beds, too. And the footlockers. But we will make this the bedroom here. For all of our people. So let's go to furniture. Beds. Okay, so what kind of bed options do we have? That one's kind of gross. This is the one we just destroyed, I think. Maybe this one. We actually do not have a lot of bed options. That's interesting. All of these beds take the same amount of materials. I figured these dirtier beds would be not as many materials as these nicer looking ones, but that's not the case. So yeah, we'll just use the nice ones then if it's the same type of materials. So we'll put one here. Let's get them real close together. Here. Because we're kind of going to need a lot of people in the castle. Come on. One there. Some rocks in the way there. There we go, we can put one there. One here. How many beds have we got now? We got 8. Put one here as well. And maybe here. Actually, we can put one here. And also here. I hope that music playing through the Freedom Radio is not copyrighted. Okay, so we've got lots of beds. We got 11 beds. And also we're gonna put, you know, this isn't looking too great actually. We can put some shelf kind of stuff. Magazine racks, no. Oh, we can actually store our magazines in here, I bet. It's a big shelf. Yeah, let's just go for some little shelves here. We'll put these over a few of the beds so that each person can have their own storage. I'm going to need to scrap that. It's kind of crooked anyway. Here, scrap this. There. And there. Oh, a couple more. Here and here. Okay, so now everybody has their own kind of little bit of storage here. Let's see, in the middle we can go put a table. Pool table, yeah, that's a... Well, maybe we'll put that in mess hall. These tables are kind of too small though. I want a nice large table for people to sit at and do their work. We can put maybe 2 of these. One like that and that. Probably have to straighten these out. That's good enough for now. And let's go for chairs. Just to be easy, we'll put a couple benches so we don't actually have to put multiple chairs. There and there. Alright, and then we can just kind of put a few chairs in the room just for people to sit on. If they want to. Because this place is pretty cramped with all these people in it. But now they've at least got some places to sit. Okay, that's enough for here. You know, we could maybe put some place for them to store their clothes. Which we could actually possibly do right here. So yeah, let's put a few... What's a shelf? I don't want shelves. Yeah, we can put a couple dressers over here. Maybe. It's a desk. Let's see what other options we have. And not too many options with actual dressers here. This one seems to work. So we'll put these in here, and this is kind of where all the people living in that room will be able to store their clothes and whatnot. And anything else they need. Put a shelf here. Like so. Let's move this over a little bit. Those rocks are getting in the way. Yeah, it's good enough. Okay, so now they have a place to kind of store their stuff, because there's definitely no space in here to do that. Probably put some stuff in over here as well. But over there they at least get some privacy as well. Okay, so moving to... Ooh, a missile. I'll take that. Thank you. So we can definitely store some stuff here as well. And coming over this way... Possibly some more storage here. So this is my office, so let's go ahead and add a bed in here as well. I bet you can actually unlock more beds, because these beds, there are not too many options here. But there's definitely more beds in the game, so I bet we can unlock more. Actually, let's move this. Let's put it this way. And right here, we can get in there a little bit closer. How did I get this bed like in the wall? Let's move that out. so we can get them nice and close together. I got 2 beds because I'm the general. Whatever. And here is my desk. So let's upgrade our chair a little bit. Store that one. Chairs. I want a nice chair. It's the nicest chair that we can get. Aha! This is the type of chair we need. Perfect. So that's my chair. Alright, and then we can possibly put some more storage in here maybe. But, you know, most of this stuff is, we're going to be keeping this, our home at Sanctuary. Our home is going to be at Sanctuary. This is more, you know, if we're working in the castle, we have a place to stay here as well. We can actually go ahead and close the door on that. Okay, so this place should be attracting more people because, you know what, actually, no it's not because I stored that radio beacon. So let's go ahead and get that back out. Power, miscellaneous, recruitment beacon. Can we get this up top here? We can. There we go. So now we have a recruitment beacon getting people to this settlement, which is good because now we have plenty of beds to do that. We have 13 beds and only 6 people. So more people should be coming. And we've got plenty of water. We're okay on food. There's no food here, but there's food somewhere else that's being shipped here. I also want to make a food-specific place. So let's go see if we can find a good one to do that at. Okay, I think I found the perfect place to make our food production plant. It's even got a greenhouse. So I believe that was the intent of this place. The only issue is there's only one person here actually treating it. So if we go into our thing, there we go. See, all these produce one food, but they all require a person. I believe one person handles like 3. That one's covered. That one's covered. Yeah, it's about 3. There's only one person here. Well, maybe 4. There says there's 2 people here, but one person is doing the supply line, and the other person is actually on the food here. So this is probably the only reason we actually don't have a food deficit already, because there's 6 food here and only one person. But we definitely want to get some more people here. So what we're going to do is put down a few more beds, because there's 2 beds here, but if we add some more and then put a recruitment beacon, we should be able to get some more people. So let's see, what's this room? That's where the bathroom is. Where is his bed? Bed? Where's his actual bed? The one that, where are the 2 current beds is what I want to know. Oh, they're out here in the shed. Why don't you sleep inside the house? Alright, well that's fine. We'll just put a couple beds in here. You know, we don't need a ton, but just enough. 3 will be fine for right now. And then we want to put a recruitment beacon up. So let's find a good place to do that. Unfortunately, this sign, let's clear out some of this junk here. So we have some space to work with. Oh, that's too bad. I can't scrap this giant truck. This maybe looks like a good place to put the beacon, though. Power generators. We need is one of these little ones. Right there. And then this guy can go right here. There we go. So now, people should start showing up here. If we wait, people will.
Synths here to spy on me.
Okay. Yeah, so then people will come here and we can assign them to actually start working on this food, and we get even more food coming from this place. And we can put different types of food in here too. Right now there's only seems to be mut fruit, and that seems to be it. I definitely want some carrots because you can make vegetable stew with those. So I'll probably come in here and rework this a little bit once we get more people here. But we need more people first. And I bet if we go ahead and take a sleep until morning, more people will show up. So let's go, let's just go 12 hours. Maybe like 16 hours. We're really tired. Alright, it is a new day. Let's see if we have some new adventurers. Or settlers, I should say. Looks like here is our supply line, which he's not here to help. Are there any people? New people? This is the guy we had before. I bet they're currently walking. This is what I usually did when I needed more people to make a supply line. I just put one of those things down, slept once, and then slept again because it causes them, it spawns them around the edge of the settlement and they slowly walk in. So if I sleep again, more people should show up. Aha. Lucas Miller.
Hey. Best way to spend your caps is protecting your hide with my armor. That advice is free.
Let's see what you have.
Got plenty of stock. Take your pick.
Oh, is this actually just a trader? Okay. Let's see what kind of good stuff he's got here. Not seeing anything too amazing. This is better. And it's also a better agility and perception. But its value is 14,000 caps, so I don't think we're going to be getting that anytime soon. What about you? Here's a new settler. Looks like we have another one over there. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, are you currently... Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see if you hover over him, it shows what he's actually working on. So he is actually tending to those crops. And I'm guessing the other guy is tending to some crops as well because... Let's go back. I didn't mean to close out of that. Yeah, we got 18 food now. Looks like we can have more people though because there is quite a bit of mutfruit here that is not being looked after. Well, maybe not quite a bit. Maybe like if we put like 1 or 2 more people in here, it should cover it. I'm not sure if we can actually get more people. We have 4 people and 5 beds. Maybe if we put down a few more beds. Not sure exactly how that works, whether it spawns people based on the amount of beds you have or what. But I bet if we put down some more beds, we're bound to get more people. Let's scrap some of this junk in here. And put down bed right there and a bed right there. Now, we are going to have to put some defense here because I believe that the defense is based off how many resources you have. And since we have a ton of food here, resources are going to kind of be important. So we're going to have a lot of resources here. So let's go ahead and look at special furniture, decorations, power, defense. Guard posts. We want turrets because we don't want to have to have people mending guard posts. But that puts us at 10 defense, which is already enough by the looks of it. So those 2 turrets should handle it. The only issue with turrets is you actually have to come repair them if they get broken, which they might. But hopefully, yeah, these people will watch this out. Let's actually put a few extra turrets down to hopefully totally prevent any raiders from spawning, because I believe they do it based off of your defense. So if you have more defense, they have a less chance of even spawning to destroy the turrets in the first place. So yeah, we'll put that. We'll put 4, which puts us at 20 defense, which is plenty for this place. And okay, so our food production is pretty much done now. So now we have enough water and food production. The next thing we want to do is start setting up some trading posts to make some money. Okay, so I believe that this is the perfect place to set up some sort of trading post where we can have, you know, a lot of the trading little booths set up, and people can, come on in, maybe get some food in here, and we have trading posts set up all around and possibly make a ton of money here. And there's already 6 people here for some reason, so this must be kind of a big settlement. And I can go ahead and delete all these cars and whatnot. And we have a ton of open space to set up the booths, which is why this place should be pretty nice. And hey, maybe one day we can set up a giant projector and actually play movies out here. I don't think you can actually do that. But this place isn't actually that bad since I got rid of those radiation barrels. I mean, the water's still probably irradiated, but that doesn't affect me too much. We do also need a lot of beds, by the looks of it, because there's 6 people and only 1 bed. But as you can see, we have plenty of food, plenty of water, even though there's no food or water production here, so that's good. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and delete all this stuff, and then next episode we'll get into actually creating a trading post out here. So remember, leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.